Our guest now is Ellen Iskenderian. She is the president and CEO of Women's World Banking in New York. Ellen, what exactly is the mission of your organization?
Well, we work to provide access to finance to low-income entrepreneurs in developing countries with a particular focus on serving women.
Why is it so important? Why is female empowerment so important, not only as a concern in its own right, but also in order to fight poverty, for instance?
Well, we sort of look at women as sort of the entry point to the entire family, because we see women as protectors of the education of their children, the health of their whole family, and improving the housing that they live in. So when a woman is economically empowered, those are the kinds of things that she's going to invest her money in and the proceeds of her business in. And those are precisely the things that have long-term intergenerational impact and can make real transformative change. So if you're looking to alleviate poverty, going for the woman is the entry point into the family. It's a pretty good, efficient route.
Okay, where are we in this process globally, and what remains to be done in this process of female empowerment?
It's a great question. Well, we've come a long way. Microfinance, I think, has been a very effective mechanism. Women's World Banking has a particular focus, as I said, on women. So 75% of the clients that we target are women. But the industry as a whole is at 62%. So it's really an industry that's been very much built on building up women's economic empowerment. There's still a lot of work to be done. You still, unfortunately, see in far too many countries that women do not have access to the property title that to the property that they're living on. So if their husband were to die, his family could remove them from the property, take the children away, take the property, the business away. So sort of ensuring that women remain full economic agents on their own is still a process that lies ahead of us. But one thing that's been very interesting, we've done a lot of work in the Islamic world, for example, and it's been very interesting to see that it's not really about Islam in a lot of cases. It's really more about culture. And so you've seen very, very different examples of different countries where the religion might be Islam, but very different approaches to the way women are economically empowered. So there's work to be done, but I think there's still a lot of progress made.
Okay, now you just made a presentation about the future of microfinance, about changes in this concept. How is our shift in the concept of microfinance? To what extent are they shaped by the current global economic situation?
Well, as I mentioned to the working session, one of the real problems that we've found with the crisis, and maybe one of the most significant problems, is that while credit remains available for microfinance institutions, it is primarily dollar and euro denominated. So local currency funds, which are what microfinance institutions need to be on lending to their clients, are virtually dried up. And so what we're kind of excited about, though, in response to this, is that microfinance institutions are really starting to mobilize savings, not just as a product offering for their clients, but genuinely as a source of funding. And so I think if there's a sort of silver lining to the crisis, that microfinance institutions are really actively developing savings products. So you're now not just looking at credit, but also savings for low-income populations can be a very, very big shift in the industry.
You had many young talents in your session and a lively discussion. You yourself, you have a background in banking. Now it seems from your session that the social sector might become more interesting for the young people and the next leaders.
Well, I think I'm very, very kind of optimistic, cautiously optimistic that that could be one really potential benefit of this crisis that we're seeing with microfinance and other social entrepreneurship areas. You're seeing people with the kinds of skills that the students had in the session, good business backgrounds, economics, finance, mathematics, being able to apply those to the social sector, because I think this sustainability of social enterprise of microfinance is what has made its success to a great extent, and we need young people with those kinds of skills. So I think it's a great opportunity to think about maybe banking doesn't have to be the way I go, but I can use my skills and my training for other purposes.
Great. Thank you very much for this talk. Thank you.